Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today I'm sharing with you one of my very first custom projects and first anime project, resin kit that I ever worked on. I'm going to give you a breakdown of this because I've had her since I think around 2001, 2012. And one of the reasons why I never really wanted to get rid of this kit or just trash it or whatever, because it means a lot to me and I put a lot of blood and sweat into this, and literally I put a lot of blood into it. So to give you guys an idea, there's a scar right here on my finger, right there. I sliced my finger working on this kit, and I had to go over to the hospital and get like 5 stitches or 4 stitches in there. So it was so this kit, every time I look at it, I remember the day I sliced my finger trying to, I didn't know what I was doing. I was new to the hobby, and literally it just, my brother was too downstairs at the time because we were, this was after college, and I was just got a job in an advertising company, and all of a sudden I went bloop, and I was like, Joe, you got to take me to the hospital. He's like, oh, Jesus. So we had to stop what we were doing and go get some stitches. But her name is Angelina. And I used to play EverQuest back in the day. If you guys don't know what EverQuest was, it was a MMO. It was before World of Warcraft. And I had a magician named Angelina, and I just liked the character a lot, and I used to play a lot. And also, playing EverQuest at the time kept me from going out on weekends, which was good because I saved a lot of money, so I could buy my house down the line, I could buy a car, pay off my student loans. So it was a fun time for me, and also a time for just getting ready after college and just, grinding and saving money and doing what I had to do. So, like I tell people all the time, you got to start from somewhere. Nobody just picks up a paintbrush and clay and is a pro right away. Maybe damn good, but nobody's a pro, and you got to learn somewhere. So I'm looking at this kit now and looking closely. There's a lot of stuff that's wrong with it, a lot of things I could have done better. But if anyone also knows what this kit is, let me know if she's still out there. I would love to get another one and take a crack at this kit and remake her, because I would like to have the one I did back in like 2001 next to one that I can do now, so I can see like what I would have done differently and just kind of remake stuff. So the main thing that I could say that what I customized was her weapon, which was the Orb of Elements, and that was the epic for the magicians in EverQuest. And I really wanted to have a statue of this character I was working on, or a figure or something. And at the time there was mostly Spawn figures, and I just started learning about the whole resin kit thing. And then when I found her on eBay, I was like, something popped in my head that day, and I was like, dude, I could take that and I could paint her in the red hair and the red outfit that would look like my magician, but she doesn't have the orb. So what I did was, when I got it and I started working on it, I found some piece of plastic, and then what I did was I sculpted this stuff around it, and I added these gems. And this might have been like a He-Man toy, I think, maybe the top of it, I don't really remember. And it's kind of hard to get a little closer what's going on with it. But yeah, so I made this Orb of Elements, and then I put it in her hand. So like I said, I really don't remember what the hell I did, but it's kind of like one of my first projects. And I think the way I sculpted it too, I think it was Tamiya putty, which you mix the A and B together, which will look like a greenish blue or something. And yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I was kind of just running with it. Getting a little bit closer, I don't know what paints I use. I can't tell you guys what paints. I don't know if they were Createx. I don't know if they were Winsor Newton thinned down through the airbrush. I don't really remember what the hell I did. But like I said, it's one of my first projects. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys that, this is what I did. Now, you might not see the camera, but I'm looking up closely, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff I missed. Some areas, I didn't have Aves at the time, so I didn't realize I could have seen some stuff, because I just kind of put her together with glue. And I do remember, though, as you can see with her foot, you see that cloud and dust underneath her foot? That is super glue that reacts to stuff. So I pinned her foot and I put her down in the wood, and then I glued it, and I didn't realize glue would do that. And then as I was putting her together, I was getting glue clouding all over her. That's one thing I do remember. So I had to kind of try to mask her off and redo it, and I don't really remember. It's been so long. But of course I didn't plan out too her foot, because that foot's even with the floor, but this one's not. So I had to put a piece of leather under there just to keep her from moving. And then I just threw this crystal ball in here just for fun. I don't know, it's just something I had, so I figured let me put it in front of her. And gave her a little bit of a bracelet thing because she had a bracelet at the time too. Hey, there you go. Like I say, you got to start from somewhere with these statues. You know, you just got to just dive into it and have fun. And then, like I say, if you're going to get into the hobby and you like a resin kit, buy 2 of them. Do the first one, you know, put it on your shelf, and pack the other one and come back to it like 3 years later, 4 years later, and then tackle that one. Instead of trying to redo the first one you did over and over and over to get the way you want it to get, just buy 2 of them, and then you can see how skills improve over time. Because, like I say, it just takes time and it takes effort and it takes work just to keep getting better at the stuff, so you can start learning errors and what you can and can't do. And then, of course, you know, just having her on my shelf all this time, she actually did well over the years because I put her in the glass dome, as you can see. Oops, before I break it. And I just had her in this glass dome all this time, so she preserved pretty well. I'm happy about that. And I do have her up on my shelf on top of one of the detolfs from IKEA. And she just sits up there, and it's just a reminder of when I started and all the blood I put into this thing and how I got stitches from it. But there you go. Simple little kit. I just wanted to share with you guys, showing you something I've done early in my days. And like I said, it's good to keep stuff early from when you start. But there you go. That is Angelina custom statue, I guess you can say, from EverQuest for me. And like I said, if anybody knows what this resin kit is, and if she's still out there in the wild, let me know. I would love to try to get another one of her just to kind of see if I could redo it in a different way this time and see what I could come up with. But thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more videos.